All right, so hey parents, if you aren't able to make it to back to school night to actually see the facility or aren't able to make it in, I want to take you on a quick little walkthrough tour of the facility. Where I'm standing right now is actually the computer design lab. I've actually got 32 computers in here. So off over there's a bunch of them. Computers over there. I spent a portion of my summer making sure that I updated and installed SOLIDWORKS 2017 into all of the computers here in the lab. That's what we'll work onto is the solid modeling. Students also do the hand drafting here. And if you see behind me there, if I point out to it correctly, I'm going backwards, there it is. That box, that gray box right there is actually a really nice 3D printer that all of your students, if you're taking the engineering design and architecture class, you're going to have an opportunity to 3D print off of that. In my more advanced classes, we'll be using that to prove out concepts and do things in the class there. So yeah, we'll be in here in the engineering design class for most of the year. I'm hoping maybe even the second semester I'll change things up a bit and get some of your students actually out on the shop floor to learn basic hand tools and some of the basic machining and manufacturing processes we have. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to walk out this door. I got my safety glasses on, so I'll be safe here. Here we go, walking out this door. We have got manual milling machines. If you have any idea what that is, those are used to cut metal. Students in the manufacturing engineering technology class will be using those for sure. I've got some small CNC routers here that again, students, once we start out with CNC machining, if they haven't done it before, we'll start with these machines. I have a larger format mill here that didn't make good use out of last year. I'm going to try and get this one up and running this year. It's a little bit cluttered with stuff. Had a good time over the summer making a mess by myself. But if your student is actually in my advanced manufacturing class, the first project that we're going to try and take on here is actually this red box behind me right here. That thing right there is another 3D printer that's a lot less expensive to operate than the one that I have in the computer lab. And what your students are going to be helping me out with that are working on currently is I made the first prototype of this, what's going to be the 3D printer cart. And so I mocked this one up over the summer. It seemed to work pretty well, but what I've got your students doing right now is redesigning. So this box of components here, we're going to be working on modeling and getting going. And your students currently are working on doing the solid modeling for this box and this rolling cart in SolidWorks to model it, and then we're going to make them. Another 5 of them at least. Well, we need 5 in total for the 3D printers, and then we're going to make a couple more to turn into some other applications too as well. So that's what they're going to be working on straight away in the advanced manufacturing class. And then the other big equipment that your students last year, if they were in the manufacturing engineering technology class or the advanced class, this is the Haas TM2P milling machine. All of your students are going to get a chance to operate this piece of equipment to do different things. I've got a second one over here that's an open bed machine. We have a Cnc Turning Center over here that's pretty fantastic, that's finally running this year. It needed a little maintenance last year to get up and running, and that's accomplished now. We've got our manual lathes running down this side here. Students will get a chance to operate those in the manufacturing classes as well. And then if your student is in the manufacturing and engineering technology class, the basic class, we're going to be doing kind of a simpler, this is a project that was started last year kind of as a club thing, but these are going to be weight steps that ideally are going to get finished out. The weight training class teachers reached out to me last year and said they needed another 16 weight steps, and they asked me if they thought that we could fabricate those inside the school, and I said, yeah, we probably could do that. And last year, a couple students got about 9 of them done in total, but we still got 8 or so more to deliver. So that's what the students in the manufacturing engineering technology class are going to get on. And that all will involve welding. They're going to do the solid modeling of that, and they'll have fun coming out here and fabricating those. I've got a foundry, a furnace in here. That's pretty amazing. We didn't have a chance to fire that up last year, but I'm making a hard press to get that going this year. I have an iron worker, which is an amazing piece of equipment. A pneumatic hydraulic tube bender right here that I got running last year towards the end of the year. CNC plasma cutting table, and all of these welding stations through here. So as an example of what students in the manufacturing class and the advanced manufacturing class were just doing today, there's a process called MIG welding, and this is some samples of the student welds. And they're not perfect to start, but we're getting in there and trying it. And if you parents know of anybody that was in the welding trade or is retired or likes doing it and working with kids, I can definitely use the help in terms of mentorship and volunteers to come and assist with that. Oh, and before I forget too, so other cool things that we're going to be doing in here, A student had started a project last year. He wanted to roast weenies over the foundry space, and I said, yeah, that's cool, but maybe not the best idea. Why don't we just make a grill? And so that took off, and he took that on with a couple other students and got that going. So projects like that, I hope to read. We're going to finish that out. I'd like to refine that design and make a few more of those. And then there's going to be opportunities with a maker club that I am partnering with Miss Allen, the computer science teacher. We are going to try and team up with a club that will be responsible for making different things. And what I'm hoping we're going to start with is these are examples of previously trailer hitch covers that have been made in years past. I would like to make these in volume and market them for football games and stuff to bring more revenue into the program so that we can do more and cool projects. So if you've got a student that isn't doing any other extracurriculars and has some time and is really getting into engineering, I encourage you to encourage them to join up with the Maker Club. We're going to be meeting at lunch during Wednesdays in my classroom, and then on Friday afternoons from 3 o'clock until 4 o'clock pretty consistently every week, we're going to have open work hours for students belonging in that club where they're going to get even more time in the shop, and they're going to get experience actually working on products that we're then going to potentially market and sell to bring revenue back into the program and keep things going and getting even better and support the school, Oak Ridge Foundation, and things like that. So I'm really excited for this year. We're going to do a lot of really great stuff, and yeah, I hope to keep you posted on a fairly regular basis of what's going on here in class. So, all right, look me up and keep in touch, and hope to see you and your students in class regularly and be learning.